Hi Cyberland, welcome to the 0909 West Midlands Railway service to Rugeley Trent Valley. Now today I'm actually visiting 3 railway stations. One's actually had some interesting changes during the main timetable, and the other 2 are operated by Northern Trains, and I thought, you know what, just go there for the hell of it. So we are going to Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station to change trains. I'll explain quickly a bit more at Rugeley Trent Valley before I catch my next train to Stafford. So now mate, to Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station. Yes, if your Costa senses were tingling, that's because I picked up a Costa coffee on the way. So I'm here to change for the 0924 London North Western Railway service to Stafford, which carries on to Crewe. But the stations that I'm visiting today, as I mentioned on the train, are Longport, Least Used Station in Staffordshire, which has some interesting timetable changes. And then I'm visiting Congleton and Macclesfield. Actually, I think Macclesfield is operated by Banty West Coast, not Northern. So I do apologise on that. But anyway, it does have Northern trains serving there. But those 2 stations just thought, you know what, I'm in the area, let's go to them. So my train should be arriving out, pick me up to take me to Stafford. So now at Stafford, we are changing trains for the 0947 West Midlands Railway service, or London North Western Railway service, to take me to Longport, our first location. And that right there is my train, just arrived on at Stafford, leaving the station. So this is my first station out of 3 we are visiting today. This is Longport Railway Station, Staffordshire's least used railway station. And honestly, this station is a good favourite of mine that I like to come here once a year. This station was opened on the 9th of October 1848 by the North Staffordshire Railway. When it was opened, it was named Burslem, until they built the Potteries Loop line. A new station at Burslem was constructed, and then this station was renamed to Longport. And also I mentioned that there's a timetable change here because all London North Western Railway services do stop at this location now. And East Midlands Railway now do this. Let's try that again, shall we? That's better. Hopefully no Pendolino this time. But yes, East Midlands Railway, apart from a few morning peak services and a few evening peak services, do not stop at this railway station anymore. That's so significant about the main timetable change, because all the London North Western Railway services from Bergenlow Street to Crewe via Cambridge Parkway, which is for another blog another time, and Stoke-on-Trent do stop at this station on hourly service now. So if you want to get from Derby to Longport, you have to change at Stoke-on-Trent. The building next door here at Longport Railway Station that I'm pointing at is Electric Motive Works. Now what they're doing there is they're maintaining some of the Class 66 diesel locomotives, but they're also building the Class 69 diesel locomotives there, which are former shells of Class 56 diesel locomotives with Class 66 engines inside them. Before we leave Longport railway station, I just want to bring this up actually, because when I said that most of the East Midlands railway services don't stop here now, however on a Sunday there is more services for East Midlands Railway that do stop here than during the weekday and the Saturday. So I just want to make that clear before we move on. So we are waiting for the 11:08 London North Western Railway service. Now this will take me to Kidsgrove. I've got to change at Kidsgrove railway station, so I'm going to pick up some lunch while I'm there to get to Congleton on a northern service on a 323. So that's what we're going to be doing now. But while I'm at this Tesco's that I'm going to, there is something else there that I want to discuss quickly. Now when I was at Longport, I said Longport used to be named Burslem before it moved to a new site, and then Burslem was named Longport. Now Burslem station was on the Potteries Loop line, but the Potteries Loop line ended up just where this Tesco's is right here. Right behind me is Kidsgrove Liverpool Road Station, and this used to connect onto the West Coast Main Line just north of Kidsgrove. Now this opened on the 15th of November 1875 as Kidsgrove, because Kidsgrove was named Hare Castle. In 1944 it was renamed to Kidsgrove Liverpool Road, and the station closed on the 2nd March 1964. And now it's just a Tesco's. I'm just going to pop in to get something from Tesco's. So I'm now back at Kidsgrove railway station. This is the one that used to be named Hare Castle. And we are waiting for the 12:04 Northern service to take me to Congleton, our second destination I shall be visiting today. Also, we've got a lovely Class 60 diesel locomotive at Kidsgrove railway station. And yes, if you have the Costa sensors tingling, it's because I do have another Costa coffee here. This is what happens when you hang out with Jay on the Move. You drink a lot of Costa. You don't really, you just said that for the hell of it. Anyway, our train's due now to take us to Congleton. So I'm now at station number 2, and this second station I'm visiting today is Congleton, and it's actually the first station in Cheshire from Kidsgrove, which is the last station in Staffordshire. So we have crossed the border into Cheshire. Now yes, Congleton station is northern operated, does have 2 platforms, and it was also built on the 9th of October 1848 by the North Staffordshire Railway. However though, there is something that I did see about Congleton station. This was the terminus of the Big Dolph Valley line. But when I was looking at OS maps, I could not find that junction for the Big Dolph Valley line. However, though, I did find it in the end. I'll explain this in a second right now. North of Congleton Station used to be called Congleton North Junction, and the Big Dolph Valley line connected there, but the junction was heading towards Macclesfield. Now, when trains came off the Big Dolph Valley line, they actually reversed at Congleton North Junction to get into Congleton Railway Station. It's one of those crazy things that they did, but they did it. Also at Congleton Railway Station, the old goods shed is still standing right here, because where this car park is right here used to be the goods yard for Congleton Railway Station. So I'm now waiting for the 13:10 Northern service to take me to the last station I'll be filming at today, Macclesfield. So it should be arriving now to pick us up and take us to Macclesfield. The final station of the day, Macclesfield. Now Macclesfield used to have two railway stations. The first one opened in 1849 by the North Staffordshire Railway and the London North Western Railway as a joint owned station. However though, that station closed in the 1960s. This station right here used to be called Macclesfield Central, and this opened in July 1873 by the North Staffordshire Railway and the Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway, because that line used to take you along the Midwood Way to Rosehill Marple and on to Manchester. And the Midwood Way closed in 1970, well the line did, but me and TicoSprinter have walked that railway line, and a card will be popping up on screen right now if you want to watch that video with me and TicoSprinter walking the Midwood Way from Rosehill Marple to Macclesfield. Seriously, who needs to eyebrow the toilets for God's sakes? So the next train to arrive is the Northern Class 323 to Manchester Piccadilly. Once that arrives, I've actually been in Macclesfield for an hour, but I'm not leaving Macclesfield till 14:49 on the cross-country service, because I'm going to head back to Stafford straight from Macclesfield. So we do actually have about half an hour to kill after this Northern unit arrives, going to Manchester. Now you see, my journey when I get to my final destination does not stop here. It's actually time to get back to Rugeley. But unfortunately, the train I want to catch is running late. It's actually delayed at Manchester Piccadilly. So the 14:49 cross-country service is delayed. So now looks like I'm going to have to wait for the 14:56 Bandy West Coast service to get me to Stoke-on-Trent, to get the train from Stoke-on-Trent to Stafford, so I can be on that 15:56 at Stafford. It's a bit of a ball ache, but it's doable.
Customers with flexible tickets may wish to travel on a different service
just on the approach to Stoke-on-Trent. Now, when at Macclesfield they said this train was expected to be busy, they weren't joking, this was extremely busy, to be honest with you. Apparently no one uses the trains these days, it's a load of BS, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, Banty's got all the services mostly restored to their pre-COVID timetables, especially as you saw today with 4 Banty West Coast Pendineers an hour passing through Congleton Station and Macclesfield and Longport. Now, the cross-country train is running about 15 minutes late and it should be behind this train. If not, the reason I've got on this Banty West Coast services, in case they shove a London North Western Railway 350 on before that cross-country train arrives, so I've got 2 trains back to Stafford instead of 1 train. But also at Stafford there is something interesting sitting there, which we might take a look at. And we might film it at Rugeley Trent Valley as well, depending on the time we got. So we're now back at Stafford, and when I said there was something waiting at Stafford, there's something waiting at Stafford. A Class 31 diesel locomotive, and we're going to get that flying through Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station. I've got to board the train first, the 5056 off here, to get to Rugeley in front of that. This is one of my crazy plans. The 31 is on its way, it's due here at 16:16. Do you think they did that deliberately? Anyway, so the 31 is due here at 16:16, but my train out of here is at 16:18. And I can't film it on the other side because there's a freight train due at 16:16. So I'm going to have to film it on platform 3, then run over to platform 1 to catch my train 2 minutes after it passes. Okay, before we get on to this video, I just got to have a mini rant. Because I just got off the train at Rugeley Town, but you know when you get off the train, you gotta wait for the button to light up before you get off. So the button lights up, press it, get off, and some idiot behind me says, how hard is it to press a button? Why didn't you wait till it's illuminated, you idiot? Oh my days. Anyway, enough with that rant, let's get on with the video. So today we went to Longport, Congleton and Macclesfield, and honestly it has really been successful visiting those 3 railway stations. Longport, we saw the East Midlands Railway services go fast through the station, and we got a Conus Rail Freight Class 56 as well. Congleton, there's nothing really special there, we just got the trains that were passing through in that hour, and the same with Macclesfield. The problem is though, the cross-country train that I wanted to travel on from Macclesfield was about 15 minutes late. I should have just stayed at Macclesfield to be honest, but decided to take the Avanti just in case they shoved the London North Western Railway in front of the Avanti service, but they didn't. Got to Stafford Railway Station, a lovely 31 was parked up there, and we got that flying through Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station, and honestly it has really been a good day indeed, apart from the idiot who thinks that it's so hard to press a button. Now, I don't know when the next vlog will be, because as we are aware, there might be rail strikes happening. And honestly, it's understandable why they're striking. I know it's going to be disruptive, but unfortunately, it can't be helped. But hopefully between the strikes, I could try and get a video squeezed in between them, hopefully. So if not, that's why. But anyway, I'm going to leave Rugeley Town Railway Station now. You have been awesome. Feel free to subscribe, like the video and comment. I have been SimOnTrains. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you for the railway journey very soon.